Hi, all. Julia here. Today is February 5th, 2022, or so they say. Beautiful Saturday here in Portugal. Just doing the usual. Hanging out with the dogs. Over here on the mountain trails. Great day, great day. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is perspective. Perspective. It is everything. You can have a perspective of lack, or you can have a perspective of abundance. You can have a perspective of gratitude, or you can have a perspective of victim. You can have a perspective of love. You can have a perspective of fear, just to name a few. And it's so much. It's our emotions, it's everything. You know, the gratitude thing, that's perspective with your emotions. If you're truly grateful, you're happy. And that's the bottom line that everyone should ask themselves, is if they're happy or not. If you're happy, if you're truly content with your life, then you're doing things right. And you should probably share with other people so they can get there too. But if you're not happy, then it's time to examine what you can do to change that. And as I've talked about before, and I'm sure I'll talk about again, one of the things we all need to do is heal our emotional bodies. Because unfortunately, pretty much everybody is damaged goods. We've all been trauma-based, mind-controlled to have really negative opinions of ourselves. And whether we consciously think this or not, if we really start examining ourselves, we'll see that we have these judgments about ourselves. And again, what is that? Perspective. Do you see yourself as not good enough? Or do you see yourself as deserving like everybody, being that we're all just parts of the one? We're all deserving of everything. Everybody should have abundance. And we can have that. And we do have that if we pay attention. We have whatever we focus on. It really is that simple. So it's not only what you focus on, but how you come, what angle you come in with your focus at. Again, is it an angle of abundance and gratitude and love? Or is it an angle of scarcity and victimhood and fear? So everything stems from that perspective. And you know, this is something we all have control of. We can control how we look at things, because when we change the way we look at things, the way we look at things change. And at this time in history, it's really important that we take our abilities, our powers, seriously and change this world to a livable place again. The status quo has to go. It's not working. It's not working. No one is happy. All the kids get damaged in trauma-based mind control. And then nobody even wants to do their shadow work. They don't even know what it is until they're about 50 years old or so, usually. And so what then, you know? And then the way things are these days, you don't have much longer to live after that. So, you know, that's not cool. We got to change that. And as I talked about before, it all starts with the kids. It all starts with the kids. If you're looking to have children, you got to make sure that they don't get trauma-based, mind controlled. And the way you do that is you have to be dedicated to them 24/7, especially those first 7 years of life. And if you're not willing to make that sacrifice, then don't have children. Pretty simple. But what happens now, and a lot of this goes back to the divine feminine, is we get teenage pregnancies, or even people that are in their 20s having kids that they plan. These people are not healed emotionally. The partner they're with is most likely not going to be their lifelong partner. And now they bring in a child that has to deal with all of their trauma that they haven't sorted out and get its own trauma too. That's not fair. We have to stop that. Then in a few generations, we won't need emotional healing modalities like language lessons of the heart, which again, I'll put in the comments, because people won't be damaged goods when they're adults. Imagine what that world would be like. And if you're going to have children, you have to decide how much you want them indoctrinated by the system. If you send them to public school, then they're just going to be indoctrinated to be obedient consumers and geared toward getting in debt. And usury has to go. That's another thing. Everything, the system is just so reversed of what it should be. We really do need to flip the script 180 degrees. That's what we really need to do, and we have that power. And as I mentioned before, if everyone would do their emotional healing work and watch their intentions and what they imagine, as James Brockhurst, I suggest you look up his channel. I'll put that in the comments. Suggested it's all in the imagination. And you can see the word magic in imagination. And what you imagine really does manifest in your life, in case you haven't noticed. And if you really reflect, you'll see that that is true. And if you start only thinking about the positive things that you really want, you're in a better perspective then. That right there changes everything, and that gives you the perspective of gratitude too, because you can already feel what it's going to be like when you get those things. So gratitude, you can't be too grateful. Some people like to mention about wallowing in self-pity. And I remember one time Tom Campbell mentioned wallowing in gratitude. And that's what I like to do. I like to wallow in gratitude. And I literally say, thank you, I love you all day, to all kinds of things. My dogs just think people do that all the time, I guess. But man, it sure does make life good, because when I was depressed, that was the big key ingredient that was missing, was gratitude. Of course, I wasn't healed emotionally either. But yeah, between those two things, having gratitude, healing your emotional body, doing your shadow work, and shadow work doesn't mean you're going to go in and torture yourself for all the bad things you did. It means you're going to go in and take those programs that say you're not good enough, etc., and release them and replace them with good programs, because we're all worthy, we're all needed, everything has worth, and we're here at this time for a reason, no doubt about it. If you're alive and you're not a non-player character, if you are a non-player character, you're probably not listening to this, or you're probably turning it off. Then man, what a time to be alive, to see an actual paradigm shift in progress. Just every day, more and more cool stuff comes up. You got the truck drivers, wow, man. And all the people supporting them raised almost $10 million, like that. And then these other entities try to take it away from them. I mean, look how much evil is fighting. They know they're defeated, and they're just trying to claw onto the sides as they're going down in a whirlpool. But they're going down, and the paradigm is changing. And even if it didn't, even if it went to hell like it looks like it's going, that's okay. Your soul is safe. And you're fine. We go on forever. We don't die. We're energy. It can't be destroyed. We're here. Our avatars, they'll eventually go by the wayside, but who we are will still be here. But I really see a future that's pretty much unimaginable, and so that's what we have to do. Imagine it. Imagine the future that we really want. And we have it. We have it. So let's all work on our thoughts and our perspective, and keep our perspective as one from gratitude and from love and from abundance, and keep our intentions positive towards what we want, and just sit back and watch the world change. And don't forget to do your shadow work. Man, it's important. And it's something you can do no matter what your lifestyle is. You can throw that in your lifestyle and get it done. And like I said before, don't wait till you're 50 or 60 years old to heal your emotional body. Do it the younger you are, the better, because that's when you get happy. And why would you want to wait? Why would you want to wait? Paradigm is shifting. We're shifting to a paradigm where young people do their emotional healing work too, not just the old folks. So let's do this. Let's manifest this awesome new paradigm of heaven on earth and get your imagination cooking. All right. Thanks for listening. Ciao, ciao.